Welcome to KGL TV. Hi, I'm Reverend Kelly, and this is the Voice of Cannabis podcast. I used to just say it was The Voice, and then someone told me that there was a TV show called The Voice, and I would get in trouble and sued. So now I have to say the full title. This is the Voice of Cannabis podcast, created by the Cannavenger universe. No, sue me, try me. Come on, Kelly Clarkson. Wasn't she the voice? Was that her? I don't know. I've stopped watching TV a long time ago because I host podcasts now and produce podcasts on KGL TV. And that means that if you're just tuning in for the very first time, please subscribe and follow along and do all those things because we have fantastic shows happen here live almost every week. I'm on here a couple of times a week live. And I'm saying that because last week I wasn't here because we had the So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis live show last Monday. So I took a couple of days off after that. But look at this. Let me show you who won. Chef Pat. Can you see? He's number one. Chef Pat won. Congratulations, Chef Pat. Congratulations to all of the people that were there, all of the chef competitors. They were incredible, like seriously incredible. The things that they were displaying and putting on for these judges. Here's a picture of the judges. There's Chef Pat. He poured a drink out of a smoking bong. Yes, he did. He made ice cream into a blunt. No, he made a blunt out of ice cream. That's what I want to say. Pistachio, which stayed cold for the judges. Look, there they are eating. They were so hungry and they loved the show. That's it. So You Think You Can Cook with Cannabis, presented by Zipmaster. Again, thank you so much, Zipmaster, our show sponsor and presenter for that show and for many other things. Oh, I just decided I'd show the judges again. Again, thank you, Zipmaster. I want to show you actually a Zipmaster bag. I've been meaning to show you this. Have you guys seen this? Okay, so when I first met Kim in British Columbia, who created literally the genius out of her head, created these bags, I thought they were like Ziploc bags. They are not like Ziploc bags. They're like much stronger. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because they're smell proof. They're biodegradable and they're smell proof. Meaning if you bring like your doobies or your weed or your flower, whatever you bring like in your purse or your bag, and you don't want somebody to smell it, just put it in one of these. You can get them on Amazon. It's so smart. I know. And I've tried, and like for real, people cannot smell it. It's fantastic. I have a child. I'm like, well, I have a teenager, and of course teenagers use cannabis, right? But they don't want other people to smell it. Maybe the adults around. I'm fine with it. He's 18. Please use cannabis. It's your medicine. But sometimes it's like, take one of these Zipmaster bags with you so you don't get a complaint of what's going on over there. You're not of age. I'm not condoning it. Yes, I am. Okay. Welcome to The Voice, where you'll hear everything you possibly can. So You Think You Could Cook with Cannabis was last week. Ontario's version is over with. The next time that we will do the show will be in Argentina next year. Yes, we're bringing it to Argentina. We're going to find Latin America's best cannabis chef. Can you believe that? Is that exciting? I know. So much fun. All these cannabis events. And we did a 420 event this past year in Niagara Falls. When I was at that event, I'm a woman. I to a door. This woman is coming out of a door, and she's just got this light and this like beauty about her. And she says that to me. I said hello. She said, oh, hello. And we had this wonderful connection. And I met her throughout the event. Later on, she said, follow me on Instagram. Wait for this. So I followed her on Instagram. Reverend Kelly follows her on Instagram. I didn't catch up with people until like a few days later, maybe like a week later, that I had met at this event because I was so busy. And then I'm scrolling through my Instagram, and all of a sudden there's a bare bum. Now I will tell you, I do not follow a lot of people where I would see their bare bums. And I stopped for a second and I was just like, that is a perfectly round bare bum. Who is this person? So I looked at her picture. Oh, yes, I met her. And I looked at her pictures, and she's just so beautiful. She hasn't just got a perfectly beautiful round bum. She's fit. She's beautiful. And she has this beautiful profile. She's like this nose. She just looks like she's just, like a cartoon character beauty, right? And so, but here's the best part about this is that I went to her Instagram to see a little bit more about her. And she talks about this transformation. I'm getting goosebumps as I'm telling this. She talks about this transformation where I think she says she locked in for a year or more. I'll get her to explain it. But the difference, not that she wasn't so beautiful before, of course, but the light you can see from her, the light, the beauty you can see, like when she became her true self. Anyway, she's here today. Fia is here today. I want her to tell all about her transformation and why she glows when you see her. We'll find out all about that right after this.
Never mentioned independence or addiction. Started with pain after surgery and stress. Ended with the chasing pills just to feel less. Once became years, became sky. Life became needles, stolen cars. Every promise broken, every bridge burned down. Everybody cheering when you're up, nobody you around when you drown. Late night panic attacks, cold sweats, heart racing, both asking God if life was worth saving.
How fun is that? I just watched that video the other day for the first time. That is created by the Cannavenger universe. Those are the Cannavengers by Jackson Lawson in Byron's Bay, Australia. Of course, we know that this show is The Voice, the Cannavenger. Okay, look, this is what he made it in my likeness. This is what he says. This is not in my likeness, Jackson. We're gonna have to do something about this. But I guess just made it sort of like can I do show on the screen? I guess like what I look if I was a character. She's not popping up on the screen. I'm not sure why. But that is what she said. So I promised him I would play that video. It's so cool. Did she show up on the screen there? I don't know. I'm getting a little bit of a delay. There she is. There she is. No, I do not look like that. That's so silly. Okay, did it come down now? I'm getting a little bit of a delay. We might not be able to go, you know what, I'm going to have to close these windows. This happens every time I'm live. I want to do news and sports and entertainment, and then I can't open the windows. So we're just going to have to talk about that, Fia. And speaking of Fia, let's bring her in. Hello, Fia the artist. Welcome to The Voice.
Hi, Reverend Kelly. How are ya?
I'm so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. You're in Ontario, right? Like Toronto area?
I am. Yeah, I'm in Hamilton, actually.
Oh, Hamilton. Do you know why I know that? Because I watched your video the other day where you went to a Hamilton pizza place. This is how great Fia's videos are. You see them, you have to watch them because she's electric and she's showing, but for real, you weren't just one star of that video. That pizza was another star. What is going on? Is it taste as good as it does it taste as good as it looks?
It was absolutely scrumptious. I loved it. I'm a huge fan of New York style pizza. And my friend Z, so the one I did the collab with, Zahan Comedy, he's the one who set it up. And he's like, hey, we got to get some creative stuff going. Let's get out of our comfort zone. Let's do a freaking restaurant review. I was like, okay. He's like, do you like pizza? I said, bro, I'm Italian. You think, is that even a question? Yeah, it was so good. It was, needless to say, it was absolutely delicious. We ate the whole thing.
Yummy. And did you consume some cannabis before you went there?
Hell yeah, girl. We seshed out right outside.
Because that makes food taste just that much better, right?
So good. I obviously, so a lot of people don't believe me when I say this, but I'm a one-hit wonder. I am an easy bake oven. So little goes a long way. I went sober for a couple years, which in result, my tolerance dropped to like 0 and it won't go up, but it's good because I'm a cheap date. So I just do a little, I'm good to go.
That's so good though. But you know what? You know yourself, you know your level, and you know how you want to be. Why would we want to be intoxicated and, you know, feel ill or something like that? It's the same way. And you can even look at it like your dose of medicine that puts you in the place that the balance you like, right?
That's exactly it. Yeah. Know thyself, know all. And plus, I don't want to be nonverbal when I'm out. I still want to be functional.
Right.
So
And just giggle and
my limits.
yeah, have the pizza taste a little bit better. Okay, so lots of things to ask you. Okay, can I show your IG first, your Instagram profile? This is the one that I was just talking about. Did you like my little introduction when I was like, that bum, right? But I'm so proud of you because you want, I love that. Because you want to share it with us. Like in the sense of, did it work? Did it come up? In the sense of like, here you're proud and own yourself because not a lot of people do, right? Not enough people do feel the confidence to be able to show themselves. And this is the one I saw today. And you're like a little beautiful fairy here.
Thank
with
you.
Your ears.
Shout out
like
to Piper Jordan. She's the one who did that photo shoot with me. She's amazing.
Let's show it for a minute. And also Lord of the Rings. It didn't show that. This is the one I was talking about where you have to eat the pizza from there. Look at this.
good.
There we go.
Mhm.
Wonderful. No, but own yourself, right? There's no fear in these pictures. There's no shame right there. There's nothing. I
Mm-mm.
love that. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
this is what I was talking about. I was watching this, and you're so beautiful. So let's not say that you weren't at that point in time, but you were at that point in time. Maybe, like, what was your purpose of it? I won't even. Are we delayed a little bit here?
A little
Did it work?
delay, but I can hear you.
Yeah, so I took it down so that we can just chat. So okay, so you took that video. You were like, I want to show like a before, or had you been working a before? Tell us your story.
Okay, so in regards to my transformation, I mean, I've been hitting the gym on and off for like 10 years, but it wasn't until about 2 years and change ago I wanted to take it to the next level. I wanted to start doing heavy weightlifting, bodybuilding. I just wanted that like muscle mommy physique for a few different reasons. First reason why I wanted to start doing it is because I didn't want to look like an easy target anymore. I've been hurt in my past, and as a woman, we have to defend ourselves sometimes, you know? It's just the shitty truth of it. By the way, can I swear? I'm so sorry. Okay, just making
Please
sure.
say anything you want.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so basically getting like that build where I feel strong in my body. And also like I suffer from osteoarthritis in my lower spine. So like going to the gym is the best thing for it. I've built a lot of muscle in my lower back. It's helped me be able to walk easier, to get out of bed, you know. Yeah, so basically like I had a few goals in mind and I just wanted my confidence back. I used to model about just over around 10 years ago in my early 20s. I'm 32 now, but in my early 20s, I was doing modeling and acting. I felt good in my body. I felt very confident as a young 20-year-old would, right? But during COVID, it did a number on me. I unfortunately let myself go. I got depressed. I succumbed to really bad habits. And that happened to a lot of people. That was a really harsh reality of the effects of COVID. So yeah, so after being like locked away for so long, I got used to living in that body, but then I was uncomfortable, which made me stressed out. And in being more stressed out, you got more cortisol in your body, which holds on to even more fat. So I was even more uncomfortable. And I'm telling you, Reverend Kelly, I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror about 3-4 years ago. Yeah. My confidence plummeted.
Yeah.
So I hid behind the lens around that time. It was about 2021. I launched my photography business. So I was a creative photographer and videographer. Yeah. So I do a lot of different things, wear many different hats. But during that chapter of my life, because I was too insecure to be in front of the lens or even have my picture taken, even look inside the mirror, I hid behind the lens and I would live vicariously through my clients. I made them feel like $1 billion, make them feel so good, do their makeup, have all the props, the themes, the editing, make them feel so, so good. And my slogan back then was, I put you in the right light so you can shine. But something inside of me felt like, this isn't it. You know, I'm good at this. I'm great at this. I'm creative. I know how to make people feel good and I give great direction. I know how to create the whole scene and everything, but something was missing. So when I moved to Hamilton, I was in Cambridge before. When I moved to Hamilton, after a while, I just thought to myself, enough is enough. I'm uncomfortable in my body. I don't deserve to feel like this. I want to feel confident again. I'm a shining light and I need to reflect that in every way possible. So what I did was I locked in. I started going to the gym. I locked the fuck in. I started going to the gym consistently. I fell in love with my progress and even my process too. My whole routine is a ritual for me. And I made sure to make it the most enjoyable as possible so I can relate it almost like a Pavlov's dog type of thing, you know, like, so whenever I go to the gym, I'm excited, I'm happy. But even when I go in a bad mood, I end up feeling better. You know, I have my playlist, I have my cute little outfits, I have my whole routine, and it feels so good. Basically, just program myself, brainwash myself into falling in love with it. So that's why it's so much easier. It's become a lifestyle for me. So I started seeing results. The more results I started to see, the more good I felt, the more addicted I became to these results and feeling so good.
Wow.
And also amazing people in my gym community. Shout out Fit for Less at Center Mall. There's some amazing people over there that I've met and that have helped me and trained me and encouraged me. So yeah, so with that, about, I want to say almost a year ago, it would have been last September is when I did or last August is when I did my first photo shoot, like as a comeback. I did it with Ian Pett. It was just some, regular headshots, but they were like little muscle mommy-esque, kind of like a reveal with my big biceps coming out, feeling good and showing off my arms. And I was like, okay, we're back, baby. Let's keep going with it. So I started connecting it with even more photographers and models. And I have to give a huge thanks to one of my good friends, Shaylin Pierce. She is the one who really helped me get back into modeling and freelancing. So the more I did that, the more confidence I grew. It's just a snowball effect. And then from there, Instagram started popping off. And then I had to take it to the next level because I had this fear of being seen and perceived for so long. So I got out of my comfort zone with the photo shoots, but then I had to take it to the next level. Yeah. I want to start speaking in front of a camera. I started studying different people or influencers that were very successful in what they do. And I would see a specific pattern. All of these people who are very successful on social media, they all have these certain things in common. They show up, they're consistent, and they speak to their audience. They connect with them. It's almost like they create this parasocial connection with their audience where the audience is excited to see them. Doesn't matter what the hell they're talking about. They're excited to just see them because they're there for their energy. So I said, okay, I can do that because if they can do it, I can do it. So step by step, I started showing up in front of the camera more, started expressing myself more, and the feedback was incredible. I'm so grateful for all my supporters and, from my day ones to like my new fans or whatever you want to call them, people supporting me. It helped so much. And then things just kept blowing up. And it wasn't until that silly little squeegee video, everything changed. One of my videos, out of all the content I've posted, me demonstrating a miniature squeegee on my side mirrors in my car went viral. And that's what got me from like 6K followers all the way up to 23.1K followers.
Wow.
So here we are today. I feel better than ever. And I'm so proud of myself and where I've come. And all I want to do is just inspire people. Because where I went from before and where I am now, I can't even describe how grateful I am and how good I feel. It just helps me be able to continue to do amazing things and to never second guess myself. If I see someone else doing something, I tell myself, if they can do it, I can. We're both human beings. No one's special. You ain't special. I can do that too.
I love that.
Thank you.
You're alive. And most humans don't know that they're alive, sadly enough. That's a quote from Jim Morrison of The Doors. And that is just a fact that most humans just don't know. They walk through life just, the darkness and shadow. But you can see that you're alive, Fia, and you're alive, and you are inspiring us. You are by showing your confidence. And like I'm saying, there's no shame there. There's no embarrassment. You're there. You're real. This is me. Look at me. But at the same time, look where I came from. And I like that message the most about you is that I came from this place. I was in this place of darkness, and now I've walked into the light, and it's easy to get here. Just follow me kind of thing. And so that's what the inspiration that I'm seeing from you. And when I was saying like a comic book character, you really are like somebody that, I'm here to show you kind of how to do all of these things. It's wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to take some notes now. What are we using? Weights? Are we cardio? You share a little bit about your tips and tricks with us?
Yeah, for sure. I eat a lot of protein and I lift heavy as fuck. I lift very heavy to a point where, like, let's say you're doing like bicep curls or lat pull downs, whatever exercise, in order to grow really good muscle. And by the way, just to preface, I am not a trained professional. This is just my own experience. I'm not giving any advice. But anyways, I lift heavy weights. So let's say you're doing bicep curls or lat pull downs or whatever freaking exercise you're doing. Instead of doing 10 to 12 reps, if you're doing 10 to 12 reps, whatever weight you're doing to get there, you ain't lifting heavy enough. So I lift to a point where I'm failing at like 7 to 8 reps, sometimes even 5. I always challenge myself and progressive overload, keep adding in more, keep pushing more every single time. And you know what? For me personally, like that works for me. It's not for everybody. Everybody has their own thing and own ways of their active lifestyle that works for them. But for me, it's the endorphin rush after a heavy set. I swear to God, it is. It feels amazing. It is addictive.
It kicks into your endocannabinoid system, actually.
Does
And that's our regulatory
it?
system that
Tell me more.
cannabis locks into. And I'm saying that because you know this, because you also have worked in cannabis a little bit. Share a bit about that.
Yeah, so I've been a bud tender for collectively, I want to say 4 years, I think. Work at Cannabis covered. I started in Cambridge and then moved over to Stony Creek. Now I'm in Beamsville, but still working for the same company. Cannabis has been such an amazing medicine for me. Now, a little history about my journey with cannabis. I was consuming a lot when in my early 20s and as a teenager. I wish I didn't start as a teenager, to be quite frank, because my poor little brain was not fully developed, but it worked at the time. But it got to a point in like my mid 20s, I was kind of like abusing it. I became very dependent on it, and everyone has different experiences with cannabis. So I just speak for myself. I became very dependent on cannabis to a point where it was affecting my mental health. And as someone who is bipolar and has ADHD and also dyslexia, it was affecting all those things. So my mood fluctuations, the way I could read and retain information, my attention span. Basically, cannabis worked really well for me until it didn't. So I ended up going sober for a few years, about 2 years, off of not just cannabis, but all substances, psychedelics, other harder stuff, and alcohol. Cut it all out completely. So going sober for those 2 years and then coming back with a healthier mindset, I have so much more respect for this medicine as well. I know how to use it and when to use it for myself. And I'm just so grateful that I can use it as needed instead of like in an addictive sense, in a dependent
Sure.
sense, you know?
Overconsumption.
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
when our ECS receives that overconsumption, it does stop working in the balancing way that we need it to. And it does turn the other way, and it makes us sometimes regress in a lot of ways, and that is unfortunate. And like what you're saying, if you know your dose and you know that information ahead of time, if our teenagers were taught in school, instead of fear, be afraid, but instead of here's your dose, start low, use it this way, don't overconsume, clean your bong, like all of the things that kids are not taught. Teens are not taught.
Yeah, I wish I knew.
And then, of course, now when we have the extracts and you're dabbing, of course, it's going to affect our brains if we're not taught how to use it. So it sounds like you were able to sort of backpedal, go to that sort of neutral place, and then build back up. That's a beautiful story. I love it. I love it. So you're inspired enough to work with it. Before I go to commercial break, I want to ask you, what are your favorites? What are your favorite cultivars? What's your favorite way to consume? What do you like?
Yes. Okay, so I'm a huge CBD girly. I love my CBD flower and my edibles so much. One of my favorite products, and I know some people laugh at me when I say this because I'm not huge into consuming cannabis leisurely. Yes, I do from time to time, but it's mainly a medicinal thing for me at this point. One of my favorite products ever is whole hemp premium CBD flower.
Oh, yes.
It's just perfect for me, especially when you can mix it in with a little bit of other flower with some extra THC. That is incredible. Also, what is this called? Color Cannabis Mango Haze. I just had one recently. Oh my God, the balance is beautiful. So I love those ones. And I'm a huge edible girly too, because it helps a lot with pain, especially with arthritis, the osteoarthritis, and also muscle recovery too, and sleep. So Wild gummies, shout out to Wild, one of the best freaking brands when it comes to like clean gummies without any additive shit and preservatives. Yeah, they're quite amazing. And even like Yeah, even the CBD bombs from No Future. I know some people like don't really like them. I personally, they hit me well. So 100 milligrams of
Beautiful.
CBD in one gummy for $3. Come on
Yeah.
now. Yeah,
I'm so glad you are referencing CBD
I
because
love
it's
it.
not always the go-to cannabinoid. Everybody's searching for that high THC.
Yeah,
Even when I go in stores, people, when I'm asking for something, they're like, well, you get 24% THC in this. And I'm like, let's
crazy.
talk
It's
about
like sometimes.
terpenes, bud
Yeah.
tenders. It's
Oh
like,
my
oh, how
God,
much
right?
CBD is in that product right now? But
Yeah.
it's so cool that you referenced also whole hemp flower because they actually are just about to open up their farm gate store
No
about
way.
10-15 minutes from my location right here now in farmland.
Have to
And
come
they're
visit.
beautiful. The way that they grow, the love they have for hemp and for the plant, that's a good plug to give for sure. And to talk about CBD, because not a lot of people that are using cannabis recreationally, so going to an adult use store, are searching for CBD. They're not usually asking for CBD unless it's for like medical
Mhm.
for if you're going for like the lower generations. Now if you've got like elderly people, they're coming in and that's what they're looking for.
So
So I'm
true.
glad that you're talking about that because you're not an elderly person, you're a younger generation person, and your go-to is CBD. So it's more important that you're saying that out loud for people that are your age so that they can hear, hey, we don't always have to get high, we can get well too.
Exactly. The medicinal part of things is amazing. You use it as a medicine and it's very, very healing. And mind you, like I still do love my recreational stuff. Like shout out to Carmel. Animal Face will always be
Oh
my
my God.
favorite.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I go cross eyes with that one, thankfully. I love you, Carmel. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We're going to go have a quick commercial break and we're going to come back and chat morning show stuff.
Ooh.
Educanation, a Canadian non-profit organization devoted to improving the quality of cannabis education and care across our nation and around the world. Educanation believes in continued education and support through the three-tiered membership: cannabis education and outreach services, patient education and support through their holistic clinic model. Educanation, providing the highest standard of professional and responsible cannabis education. www.educanation.info.
I'm back on KGL TV. This is The Voice. I'm Reverend Kelly, and I am with Fia. She is in the Hamilton area. And are you going to any of the FIFA? I think I'm saying it right because I do not follow soccer, but I know it's really important. And you mentioned earlier that you were Italian, and I think a lot of Italian people like soccer. So are you going to that or including yourself in that this year?
Hell no.
No, no.
That's
Okay,
too
good.
many
I don't
people
know
for me.
either.
Way too many people as an ambivert. Hell no.
Yeah,
And no
yeah.
offense. I mean, like, I know I am Italian woman. The only time I really followed soccer is when my brother and dad did growing up. But God, when it comes to sports, it ain't my
No,
thing. But
but
respect,
your sport is lifting, right? You're
yeah,
so
yeah. See,
right.
that's my sport. Yeah, yeah. Going to the
Yeah.
gym and doing my thing.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. So then we will not talk about FIFA. We will not talk about the Blue Jays, which is usually what I like to talk about, but they're losing right now. So we will not talk about that. We will talk about entertainment. Okay. So I have to ask you this question. If you were a fairy with ears, are you somebody that likes gaming, fantasy? Are you share that a little bit with us?
Sorry, you're asking if I was a fairy with ears, if I like gaming or fantasy?
Yeah, because is that your stream of media, like the Comic-Con nerd culture with the ears that I'm seeing? I love it.
Oh
By the way, I'm
gosh.
not like I'm a nerd too. But is
Yeah.
that your stream of entertainment? If your go-to video games, kind of?
You know what? As far as gaming goes, it's kind of funny. So I do Twitch live streaming. When I game, I I stream Roblox. I play Roblox. Yeah, I'm a big Roblox fan. I love it because there's so many different options on there. It's
Yeah,
so much fun.
yeah.
And also I still play Neopets. Do you remember Neopets? Early 2000s?
Yes, but I think the Roblox, that's good for your brain, isn't it? What isn't it actually really good for your brain
I
to
mean,
like,
and
especially with people with ADHD, which I have as well, that's sort of like putting things symmetrically?
yeah, so if you think about it, this is my take when it comes to video games in general. I think it is great for your brain in moderation because it helps with problem solving, it helps with reaction time, like
Fine
cognizant
motor.
skills, hand-eye coordination, lots of different things. And I've been a gamer since
Yeah.
I was a little kid. Ever since I could pick up a controller, I've been gaming, and I feel like it helps a lot, especially with ADHD and obviously in moderation because you don't want to deplete your dopamine, right? But with Roblox, I know it's got a lot of mixed reviews because it's like, there's like kids go on it, but also adults can too. Now it's nice because they completely separated the chats, which is so much nicer. So it's a lot quieter in these games, but it's basically a sandbox game. It's a website where you can go on and you can pick any game you want. There's millions of games to choose from, and anyone can be a developer, can make your own game, launch it, and you have your main avatar, and you basically click a game, it launches you into the server, and you can play it. So there's like first-person shooter games, adventure, RPG, building games, trivia, quiz games, art games, everything.
Oh yeah, good for your brain. See, good for your brain.
So good for the brain. And I'm huge into neuroscience stuff, so when it comes to that kind of stuff, absolutely, especially puzzles and whatnot. Yeah, it's quite fun.
Yeah, very good, very good. I know that people that are watching right now and on our later broadcasts will want to follow you on Twitch and also on Instagram, wherever else they can. Can you tell our audience where people can find you, Fia?
Absolutely. So my handle is Fia the Artist, Fia the Artist. Right, that's short for my real name, which is Sophia, but I go by Fia online. You can follow me on Instagram at Fia the Artist. At Fia the Artist on Twitch, which I don't stream as often, but honestly, I'm inspired to get back into it on a regular schedule. Also on TikTok, I have a new account. It's _ Fia the Artist _. And I still have to also update my YouTube. So I'm working on it, but mainly where you can catch like all of my stuff and updates and photo shoot stuff is all on Instagram. So that's my main plug.
Thank you so much for joining us here live today, Fia. It was so great to have you, and we'll keep following along and maybe have you back another time.
Oh, it was an honor. Thank you so much, Reverend Kelly. I appreciate you. Take care.
Thank you.